There was a war when I was born. I started crying and couldn't stop, but nobody heard me. My mother and father, my grandmother and my grandfather forgot about me. Even if they were alive, they were occupied with the war, but I was waiting for them anyway and was crying bitterly. There were only strangers passing by. They did not pay attention to me. I was only a baby. They did not sing cradle songs to me. They did not tell me stories. They did not play with me. They forgot how to love children. They stole my childhood and laughed at me, screamed and cursed, made noise, whistled, threw bullets, grenades, splashed blood and gunpowder on me. It was a war. Only knights and clowns were sneaking around with the crowd of deserters, and they were whispering about some mysterious dead peace. All the zoos and forests were closed down. The animals were fighting and eating each other, even when they weren't hungry. People were doing the same. They got mad, they lost their faith, they killed music and poetry, blue sky and gold sun. They closed schools and museums, they were lost in the war. The trains were running, but arrived back. Letters got lost. But somehow I knew that there was a different life. Maybe I heard about it from the wind, from the bird songs. I read about peace in the diaries of older people. I saw it in my dreams. I wanted daytimes to change places with nights. I closed my eyes and imagined that all the soldiers became toys. I dreamed of stopping the war. I tried to explain them that peace is better. I almost made a deal about this with the horses. The moon, the night, the wind were on their side, but the sun, the day, the birds, horses were on my side. The rivers were dry, the ships were stuck in the sand. The time was dead and endless. A day of war was longer than a year of peace. I grew up a little bit, but I was still crying. I missed peace that I have never even known. They all were still laughing at me and calling me chicken. I was helpless to change anything. I was sad and miserable, and then I became a soldier. I turned out to be very capable of fighting the war. I stopped crying, and soon I became a general. I was glad to give orders to destroy the zoos and the cities, to burn up the forests. I blew up planets like balloons. I played the game and had no time to think. I became a real war person. But suddenly I heard an unusual sound. I started listening. A baby was crying. I listened for a longer time, and then I started remembering. And then I gave my last order to stop the war. I felt really happy. I don't know what happened next. Maybe there was peace for him, but not for me. As it usually happens, the last bullet hit me in the heart.